you have a male friend, your male best friend, he has never called you in the middle of the night to tell you, hey, mazee, I'm stranded. Ama, hey, mazee, kuna noma imetokea, cheki, tokea, napigwa hapa, naona dalili ndapigwa, come through. If he has never done that, if he has never called you and told you, niaje, ndugu, ninahama kesho, kama unisaidie kubeba vitu, are you friends? Friendship is not one-sided. Friendship is not him coming and saying, you look slay. Friendship is not him coming and saying, niaje, ndanunua pombe. No. Ananunua pombe ulewe achipo.
But if someone comes and says it's a guy, you obviously know
I cannot protect you if I have no authority over you.
For the first time, Chim, let me tell you something. There's something I was shown Juzi by my friend. He's a guy, and he said, it was by this comedian, I'm trying to forget his standard, Chris Rock. The one thing he said, and I agreed, and I didn't agree, but I was like, oh my God, this could actually be true. All your male friends want to fuck.
Yes.
All of them want to do that.
High five.
Until they get the opportunity to
fuck.
So
the
they're
first
just
time you
waiting.
So me, I'm supposed to be waiting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've gone out with Nungu. Your best friend Nungu.
But you've never met them before, right?
But
That's why I know. That's why I know.
It's not
the
just
whole
sleep
group
with
the whole group anadaigula.
Ile siku tu atapata opportunity like this.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Guys, we're back again with the best podcast in Kenya, where we speak about relationships and crazy men and women and what they do. And the topic today is about red flags to watch out for while dating. And it comes from a story that has really dominated the conversation. It's about this guy in Bomet who found out his wedding was cancelled the day before by his girlfriend called Nelly.
Fiance,
thank you. You've corrected me. But his fiance called Nelly. And the question was, when you're saying red flags, look out for, could he have avoided that situation? Ama he was like a boat in a rough sea. Could not see that situation envelop. So for now, we'll first introduce ourselves. You know me, I'm called Zola.
At this point, the director will key in that video.
Naitwa Chapkoech Nelly. Niko na miaka 23. Leo ingekuwa siku yangu ya harusi, lakini vile tulifika tulifika tukaambiwa harusi haisi endelea because of delay of some letters. But we were waiting for the day like never before. That's what I have. Ningependa kuambia watu wa matandao wa Facebook na watu wa WhatsApp. Sasa mimi bado niko nyumbani, sichapotea kila mahali. Vile wameongea, nimeona hata mimi nimeshindwa tu, niko nyumbani, niko na wasasi. Na hata watu wengi si wasasi peke yao. Sasa vile tuliambiwa hamwezi endelea na harusi ya tungefanya leo, sasa tukachia. Kila mtu tulikuwa na machozi, kila mtu alikuwa analia. Lakini watu wengine nimesikia, mimi niko nyumbani sichapotea. Na pato niko na ngoja siku tuliambiwa itafika siku tunaitwa. Na niko tayari for that day.
That video is a very nice post about it, and guys are talking about it. So we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Zola. You've seen me before. As my friend says, the light-skinned guy.
Chim is your friend. Oh, that's nice. That's something interesting I know about you.
That is my brother.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Lily Aisha. Yeah.
You know me. We run this best podcast in Kenya.
Hi, I'm Achi Bokeh.
Anything interesting about you, Achi?
Give me something fire, I'll give you something fire.
Something fire. I'm fascinated in most things sports. I'm just sportish.
Yeah.
So I've never
met a chick who's sporty.
Can never be me.
That is interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I've never met actually chicks who are sporty, Chim. You tell me how many chicks you've known who actually know sports.
I know sports, I just don't participate in sports.
You actually follow the league.
I follow
Did
the
she
league.
say she follows the league? Yes,
she's
she's
sporty.
sporty.
Well, yeah.
You follow the league?
Yeah.
The league?
Yeah.
So even you know the EPL standings right now.
Not concretely, but
That's what I'm saying.
not concretely, but what I'm trying to say is like, you'd call me for swimming, I'd be up for that. You'd call me
you're
for
up
playing
for
basketball, I'd be
activity.
up for that.
You're up
And
for
also watching football, I do, but I'm not following the league.
Favorite team?
Manchester United.
Are you guys
I
performing?
hope I didn't whisper. We're doing terribly, but it's okay.
She said it.
Tenaga baki ama ende.
Watch our back into.
Yeah. So, take it away.
So it's first talking point on this very interesting conversation is about, are Kenyan women actually worth dating anymore? For men who are actually seeking a serious relationship. And this one I'll take it to the ladies.
Go to Uganda then. Toka uende basi. Just because of one babe, you're going to come for Kenyan ladies.
Dude, that's it. That's everything. The podcast is over. She said it right there. Yeah. Go
then-
to Uganda. Go to Uganda.
The mamas who
sure
come
this-
to kneel down and
Bana.
give you food.
Can never be me.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something that man did, and that's where that chick bailed. I'm so sure. It always is the man, right?
True.
Yeah.
Let me use your logic
Period.
against you. So if a man cheats on a woman, you use that logic.
Yeah. It's the man. Yeah.
No. The woman also did something so the man can cheat.
What are you saying? Abu, ask me
A
again.
reverse logic.
Uh-huh.
You said that
If I cheat on you, it's because you did something.
No, it's because you are the problem. The man is always the problem. I don't think you heard me. The man is always the problem.
I do agree with you though.
The man is
Sometimes
always the
man
problem.
is the problem because he didn't know that he's dealing with a jump off. He decided to wife a jump off. And what did Snoop Dogg say? You can't make her a housewife.
or whatever into a housewife.
A what?
304.
Oh.
Yes.
But most of the times, I think women are submissive. What happens is, if I pick out something about you from the get-go, like ulifanya kitu fulani, trust me, I'll step out of the line.
That's a
I'll step
fact.
out of my line. I
a
won't be
fact.
there.
We need to
Why
know.
not just
Yes.
break up? Why not just break up mapema?
Why not just anything?
Yeah.
Those guys
Inakuanga ni
look
kama
like
tunalipiza. I'll pay back. You remember what he did there? You
I
wait.
love it.
Wait.
But
I'm waiting
but
for
I
this
can disagree with
person.
that. Let me tell you, I disagree with that. In her interviews afterwards, she tried to do some damage control, saying, "Oh, it's the church that said, as in we have to produce some documents, blah blah blah." Even the father did the same thing. So I don't think she was all 10 toes down on her decision. She was still not very sure. So it means that the guy had done some good stuff before that she was 50-50. She was weighing her options. My thing is, if you were sure about your decision, you can move on and break up. But this chick was 50-50.
I think it's the
But it's not
actually it's the guys. I
It
feel
was
like
not
it's the
just
guy's
50-50.
family.
She wasted his time. You know, break up with me before I paid dowry. This bitch waited until the guy had paid dowry.
It's time now.
And then after you have paid dowries, when you decide, you know what? My boyfriend has come back.
You heard the mother talking. She was upset.
The mother
Yeah.
The
too.
mother of the guy.
Because in their
She
culture,
was
you never return. He's a
He gave out four.
Whatever, you
cows
never
and
return.
whatever.
Only
Never
4
return.
cows.
The-
Gosh.
How much do you think a cow is in this economy?
4
Cows are
cows is what
expensive.
it's not expensive, but
Aye. 4 cows is anything from 200.
Kwanza in the rural.
The cheapest ones. Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
the
they're
cheapest
treasures.
cows are
for real.
the cheapest.
200K.
4 cows, the cheapest is 200 to anything up to an M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those things
And then
are
there were
treasured.
goats.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
treasured.
Sorry.
The truth is, it's not even the money, yes, but even the aspect of you have not kept your word. You made us look like idiots. We can't get back that thing again. You knew you were going to do this the day before. It does not happen in African cultures. American,
Yeah.
white cultures, it does. But
The day before. And then you tell us it's because your ex came and talked to you. Hey, mjinga nini?
and then she lied about it. She said, no, she
Yeah.
lied about it.
But let me tell you something. I feel, and I say this people always like it's your feeling, but I don't think I'm a babe and I'm a woman. I know for sure. By the time I'm getting to a sudden decision, suddenly like tomorrow we're getting married, and then today I make the decision of saying decision of saying we're not doing this. that chick bana, it has to be something. It's not something that she's done for a long time. Like it's something that happened on that day and she was like, fuck it, me siwezi kaa hapa.
The good thing is we don't need to take your opinion on it. We know.
Shut up. You know, are you the husband's brother?
She came out and said it's how the ex that she had broken up with, ameamoka, akarudi.
That's someone who just wrote the story.
Here's the thing. It was actually verified by the man himself who said, niko na mtu mwingine. She told him that. That's why I said she did damage control. That's why even the church tried to cover for her, saying she was not ready to get married. Then as she said what? The father said she was not ready to get married. As she said what? That the church had said we need documents. The man said what? She told me she had someone before. So 3 different stories. If you piece them together, you can get it.
Big guy. We need to keep this conversation flowing because daughters of Jezebel will just keep us circling around issues that are non-issues.
Well, what was your question actually?
I've already done that. Women.
They are very much worth.
Can I ask a question?
We don't want the questions are here with Zola.
Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want you to answer this question. Where can I, as a man, find a good woman?
Anywhere. Anywhere.
Where is that anywhere?
In the room
in the church,
here.
in the club, outside at the park. Walking in the streets. By the way,
Walking in the streets
anywhere.
at night, Koinange is also a street.
It's okay. You could wife a hoe.
Kwanza those ones.
We've seen how it went in Bomet. Now you're telling me.
Kwanza you can wife one of those ones and then atulie kabisa. Hata tulikolewa kanisa. Mwenye uko unafikiria.
That success rate is very small.
But still, it's possible.
It's an exception.
Okay.
It's an exception. It's like being told the success rate of this experimental drug is 1% or 2%, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
I fall in that 1%.
It's a possibility.
You could be the 1% we write about.
It's possible.
There's a question.
It depends. Yeah.
Actually, Tim, I can share them on this one. Let me ask you. You're told by, because ladies do makeup and all that, and there's one thing ladies like doing is this thing will make your skin look less and all that. And you follow these reviews. You follow these reviews. But you told you will glow, but at the end of it, you might also have rashes, pimples, and all that thing.
Yeah.
After many ladies have given all that testimony or that review, will you actually do that?
Yeah, I'll do it. And if I get rashes, I heal. Like I go and get another dermatologist.
Let's say the permanent rashes.
Then I'm not doing it. But you see, the thing is, the marriage is not permanent. You can leave your marriage.
You can never know.
But this guy's-
marriage is meant to be permanent. What do you mean?
But you can leave. We have the option of leaving.
Daughter of Jezebel.
We have the option of
marriage
leaving.
is meant to be permanent.
That's okay.
When
but
you leave your marriage, you don't remarry.
you do what?
You stay as is. Like an empty cup in a cupboard.
I think that's actually
Growing cobwebs.
Actually, that's a problem with the attitude of entering into a relationship where you're very okay living. Not even a relationship, a marriage. If I'm doing a marriage,
Imagine you as a man. This woman tells you, come and pay ratio, you pay ratio. Come and do itara, you do itara. And then this woman, and she tells you, I'm perfectly okay leaving you.
Yeah, it is. Life is about taking risks. Why would you take a
But in the long run, maybe it's affecting your mental health. Are you going to stay?
You go and be mad in Madari, I'll pay for you.
Yeah.
but
Me, I nearly bankrupted my family for you to tell me my mental health.
Yeah, you
my
have
friend.
a problem. Then you need to
My
deal.
friend.
You're the problem. I'm telling you, this
Me, I'm the problem.
Yeah, it's the man who's the problem.
problem.
Or the family. If that mama was angry, it looks like that family is.
I needed to heal.
Yeah.
No,
Imagine getting to the marriage and I'm not
Wali ni
healed.
homa.
Since that
Unamwambia toka nje kunywa energy drink
Eh,
uende
uti na tuendelee.
that's a question. Where do you find these good women? Achina did not tell us that. Anyway, it's too
She said, church.
I think, to be honest, anywhere. I've seen people who are married from church, from clubs. Unaweza
And from clubs.
mmejuana wapi 1 month ago? They are married. You're wondering, Allah.
The DJ, the
kwani?
bouncer, they got married. The female bouncer and the DJ.
No. Imagine people get married. I swear. Me, I've seen.
No, I imagine. I just don't imagine that they last.
they
It
do
does.
last.
It does.
6 months is not lasting.
Kwanza za-
What you ujinga bwana? 6 months is not lasting.
actually have so many celebrity whatever couples and we have seen it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention names, but you know them.
This
Mention names.
What you always say that and then I'm outside. Sijui unaongelea nani.
Let's talk about Betty Chalo, Dennis Okari. 6
Yeah.
months it was done.
But they didn't meet in the
You know
club.
what I feel?
Betty Chalo alitaka kayumbe. with
But
Bola
I feel
Sultan.
this celebrity relationship, they don't really go so far because you're interested in what this person has and the kind of fame this person has. But ukikutana na mtu kwa club, you don't know them, they don't know you. Kwa church, you don't know them, they don't know you. You get to know each other.
But you know God.
Yeah.
Yes, true. So when I get to know each other,
So you, the God you are praying to was a God for 6 months. Me, I'm praying to a God who will give me a marriage for the rest of my life. Yours was, if in 6 months, I don't feel it, God, show me a sign I end it.
In fact, even I think one
He
of the
will,
questions...
but there's no sign that God shows you. Kama you kusema wacha ishe. Inakujanga hapo sayo ndo hii.
That's a fact. That's the strongest prayer.
Actually, you guys you're wrong on that one, because
on what?
In terms of, if God wants to be in a relationship and he knows it's not gonna, actually God knows it's gonna work, he's gonna try and make it not happen in the first place. Because God, even Jesus himself said, I'm not for divorce, but because you human beings are so stubborn, I allowed you to do divorce. God actually wants things to be for the
How to take divorce?
That's the prayer we are saying. If you tell God, I want to know, I want to see whether with this relationship work. God tells you no. That's the fastest prayer God answers. This one no, you and
because
this person.
You are the failure. This man clearly wants marriage. You are the failure.
The man is always
you with your failures.
No, that's wrong.
The man is always the problem.
God will bless you with your failure. See, you are the failure. She can leave the failed relationship. Let him move on. That is why women get so upset when they realize, hey, my ex got married 6 months after he dumped me. 6 months after I dumped him, my ex has moved on. You are the failure. God blessed you with your failings.
But even that mindset, of saying as in that the man is always the failure, is a very bad
I've
mindset.
not said failure, I've said it's always a problem.
It's always a problem. That's a very bad mindset, because
why?
In the West, and
these are bitter women, Bona. This is a bitter woman.
Yeah, but the thing is this, in the West, and we mirror that, like as Kenyans, we mirror that, the Western model. 7 to 80% of women file for divorce. And if you say it's just a man with the problem,
and about 10-20% of men file for divorce.
No, I think what she means by the problem is men have this ego. They normally have an ego. So by the time you realize your house is crashing, umekuwa tu ukizuba. So this woman has been stepping away from you. So by the time you realize huyu ameshaenda. No. So you remain there alone.
Men have to speak. The truth of the matter is not that men have an ego and they don't realize when the house crashing. Men do have an ego. Okay? Okay? Men are speaking. Men do have an ego. However, as a man, I have an ego. What that means is I want my marriage to work. I do not want to have to meet my brother and tell my brother, by the way, you are right, my woman was useless. She's among the 80% of women who dragged our relationship down into failure. Men have an ego. They want the marriage and the family to work.
I don't think men usually want that. If anything, if you sit down and talk, it's always the woman who wants to build a home, to make it, the marriage to work. The man is always about watoto. And we've sat here and discussed it. Mnakwanga tu hivyo. Your brains are so, it's just, I need this woman to be the child. I need this one to make my 10,000, 20,000. That's all you're thinking about. Like, as you're thinking about this as a home, as a family. And that's what I'm telling you. By the time this babe, you're divorced because you're seeing this man, hakuna mali tunadum.
Despite all the statistics that you know, you divorcing me, si tuko na Junior anaenda kufungwa jela ama anaenda kuwa rapist. Yes, you didn't think that was a fact. In fact, if you don't know this, studies have found 90% of the men in prison because of rape are raised in single mother households. So you are damning our son to fail.
But the thing is, I'd rather, okay, it's not I'd rather, but maze nikayapo na wewe just cause we want I don't want my son to be a statistic.
No, we want our son to be a success. Where
so
for 18 years,
lies. Nijiue kwa nyumba juu yako.
The biggest factor of whether children will be a success, unajua ni nini? Having me, their father.
It could be another man. I'd leave you and go get married to Zola and he'll play a father figure to that child.
Fact, but you know the biggest, I like what you've said, having another man. You know the biggest predicator of children being abused, whether physically, sexually, whatever it may be. Do you know what that is? Having another man in their life.
But there are fathers who don't
those
want
are white
to their
statistics.
presence.
They will give us black
statistics.
Yeah, those are white people. Those are white people statistics.
Even in Kenya, it's just that Nyinyi Madama DCI, you people, you put results. You people for DCI, you do recordings. You even not do statistics. DCI people play games. DCI ni mchezo. It's political. DCI, it's the government telling DCI we have decided this person is our problem. We have decided this person is innocent. DCI play games. If you people actually shared statistics, you would change Kenya. But you are just DCI. Bullshit.
I think I have something to say about that.
There are single moms who do not intend in being single moms. There are fathers who do not want to be present in their children's lives. So it's not an intention of a mother to parent their own child alone. It's not.
Actually, I don't think there's any woman who says mimi nataka tu kuwa single mother.
Nataka tu kupata mtoto na nikae na mtoto wangu peke yake.
But you guys have gone so far. I'll not even go there. I'll just go to the next topic. But just one statistic you guys need to know. For your breaking up of relationships, 80% in the heterosexual relationships, in lesbian relationships is 80 or 90% divorce rate.
It's actually higher. It's 70% in heterosexual. It's 80% in lesbian relationships.
Because the name is a kidogo.
Do you know what the most stable relationships are? So you give me your hand.
I don't want.
You don't want?
Aye.
You're the problem.
No, you want to touch me and I don't want you to touch me. You're the
problem. Give me your hand, we tell them.
No, it's okay.
See, you're the problem.
Listen. Ultimately, there's no one to expose things. The most stable relationships, you know which ones?
Which ones?
Guess.
Gays.
Gay.
Homosexuals.
Two men are able to make a family work better than two women.
It's because
two men are able to raise. In fact, a single man is more successful at raising successful children than two women.
It's because those guys
even
are like
let's not
five.
Go to single women. Two women.
I'm telling you.
In other words,
hold my hand.
Men are the prize.
Hold my hand.
Men are the prize.
I'm telling you.
I'm really going to research this. I will do my own research on that.
Actually,
but it's because gay people are few, so we can't. You can get a man. You can leave Chim and get Zola and get Sid. Like you can get like. But if it's Chim and Zola,
you don't get Zola and Sid. We get you. You don't pour into
whatever.
us. We pour into you.
But by the
you're
time
the one who carries our DNA.
Man. By the time another man finds another man, it's a struggle. So heri tu tungangane mpaka iwork.
Let's move on. Actually, but we'll get all the stats. Go and start and please China. And even you, audience, go and research those stats. The other thing is, how do you research? What do you need to research on a woman's last relationship?
Director, Mr. Sid, please, we will share some links. Just remind us. We do need to share some links.
Those statistics, put them up there.
It's actually very important. So we go back to this. Do you need to research on a person's previous relationships? And in this case, we're talking about women. Because men, they are glorious, man. Their relationships are perfect.
Zola umeanza
They're glorious. That one is for women or men?
For you, as in you think, men, as in you think a man should research on your...
And even you as a woman, you think you should research on the guy who's hollering at you.
Me, I think I should research about that man. And I will.
Why is that?
Maybe the previous atakuwa amekudanganya sugarcoat kale ka relationship ka before ati I left because the mama was toxic ama my baby mama was what I need to find out why what happened.
Yeah.
Admit that they fail.
Why is she toxic?
They don't.
Which men are these you're dating? Do you date men?
We know the type of men she's dating.
Shit. Just say this is a
Simlisema mnataka majama panadol. Nimekuvalia silver.
No, they don't tell you. Kwanza they sugarcoat. Ndio inge box. So nakwambia my baby mama. I don't talk to my baby mama. Say baby mama kwa nyumba.
Basi, you're right.
Kwa nyumba.
Listen, there's a difference between a wife and a baby mama.
Potato.
But once you leave
just because my baby mama lives with me,
baby mama.
Just because my baby mama lives with me,
doesn't
and from
mean
time to time nagonga na igula, that's not mean that's my wife.
It
just means she helps me do cardio.
Aren't we Atina's full whatever to this one? So how do you even research?
Oh, this is social media.
That's the best.
We women, we are DCIs in our way. I can find out everything.
If I get one of our social media presence.
No one does
Has it
it.
got a Facebook?
No one does it. Hata Google.
The men post once every 6 months.
But
Yeah, I'm
still,
not posting
those
for a
ones
very long
will
time.
give me information.
I've not posted for a very long time.
Hata Google. I'll just
Once
find
again, post
something
once every
about
2
you.
years.
I've not posted for a very long time.
I'll find
So how you
someone.
out
I'll
about
find
it?
someone
the
in your
sites,
profile.
all your social media sites, nothing. You
He
haven't
lost
posted
his
anything.
Facebook.
I don't.
But your name is still there. Na niko sure kuna mali Facebook unapatanga mutual friends. If you look for someone, hatukosi wawili
Very good
watatu.
point. Very
So
good
one of them has to know you.
Kwanza you look for a chicken. Like, nikuulize.
Eh,
I teach you women how to
inataka hivyo.
vet. Clearly, women need a man to teach them how to vet for a man.
Chibaki, that's the next point. And before you go there, I want to just hear, should you research?
Yes.
Yeah,
You must.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want Lily to come here and tell me
yes.
about Nyef. How is you Nyef? The last guy was abusive. And you know what abuse was? He said no. You're not allowed to go out clubbing with your best friend just
He had
because.
boundaries.
He had boundaries. Alafu Lily tells me he was
He
abusive.
was emotionally abusive.
Aye.
So if we're
He was
all
financially
Yes,
abusive
we agree on
because
that.
she wanted to buy Glen Morangi at the club. Akasema no.
no on your dime.
Akanibaye vat
On your
69.
Akakubaia but 69.
Yuck.
Chim, actually, this, now,
Akunywe peke yake
this
na
actually goes because you've all agreed on that one.
Yes.
We go to the red flags. What do you look for in red flags in terms of the people you're dealing with?
What are red flags to you?
Yeah.
What are red flags? I think elements I don't like in someone. Those are red flags.
Which ones are they?
Him saying no, you don't like him saying no, that's a red
That's
flag.
a red flag. Why are you
No.
saying
No,
no?
as in be particular in terms of what are red flags to you.
I don't like inconsistent people.
Okay.
Someone who doesn't communicate. Like, if there's somewhere you're going and we normally talk throughout the day.
You
Leo
don't want him to
hatuongee.
be-
Just let me know. Yeah, just let me know.
So if
No,
he
no, no,
plans
no, no, today
your engagement, he needs to tell you, babe, today I'm getting engaged to you.
No,
so I'm going to go
that's
down
not
on
what
my
I
knee
mean.
at 7:01.
No,
by
that's
7:02,
not-
me I want to respond.
No, that's not what I mean. Tuseme we normally talk 7 days in a week. Alafu tumeongea only for 5 days. Hizo siku mbili ulikuwa unaongea na.
See, ana plan for your engagement.
Hapana.
That's once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Stop forgive hizo 2 days.
Alikuwa ananyoa akascrape. Si unamwambia unataka daddy shave, he shaved. Akajigwara. He's been crying. You want him to cry?
You're
in your
crying
ear?
for 2 days.
Yeah, you know how painful it is.
Siwende hosi
Si akuje
nipate
basi tulie
hosi
pamoja.
basi.
No, another one. You've said inconsistent. You've said
Communication.
communication. Another one.
Over controlling. There's controlling and then there's going overboard.
What's the difference between the two?
Controlling, unaweza, you can ask someone, as he was saying, just maybe don't take, don't go somewhere. That's fine. Some women will like it. Unajua kuna mahali unataka uone you're a man. Nile hata nikikwambia nataka kwenda mahali, I'm trying to pima you. But technically I don't want to go. But ikifika mahali, I'm telling you, we've planned this with my friends. I need to go somewhere. Where are you going? I'm going to come there.
Yeah, that's
There you're going overboard.
So
You can just-
you want
yeah.
him to defend you and protect you, but you don't want him to show up where he's supposed to defend
No,
and
just don't be
protect you.
over controlling. Don't tell me you need to do this at this time.
Okay, so-
Because I'm also not
Check it,
going
check
after
it, check
you.
it, check it. Real talk.
Tim, can you do this? Let her finish, then you respond with, because it's a
That's
proper
a
red
very
flag.
good point.
Finish all your red flags, then you go to him, because he can also counter you in that period.
Someone who does not, we don't trust each other. There's a point people get to, maybe I'm using my phone through talking to someone or just texting whoever, and we're openly sitting together. If there's anything to hide, I'll just walk
On a
out and go
privacy
and do it.
screen.
hata hiyo unaweza ona
Umeona
tu.
simu yako?
I'll tell
Uko na
you,
privacy
no,
screen.
imagine I don't.
I can't see from here. Uko na privacy screen.
Simu iko huku. I don't
Hiyo ni
have.
juu ya watu wa matatu, si juu ya chali yake
She
trust.
drives. Unaniambia ndo
Juu ya wase wale wanauzanga juu.
Wameomoka. Don't get up.
Hapana. Mimi na hustle bado anyway. So, the point yenye nafika unaanza kuniuliza every time who are you talking to? Can I see who you're
Who has
talking
texted us?
Don't, okay, isifike hapo.
Babe,
Si
who has
kila
texted us?
isifike hapo. Maybe I'm just watching a TikTok video.
Why is
and
Safaricom
laughing.
texting us? I miss you.
It does. They do miss you if you don't
Actually,
use.
So maybe today top up
Now you
credit.
can respond.
I miss you.
Take it. The reason why I usually do the whole back and forth is because sometimes I forget something. She said.
Yeah.
When you talk about you don't want someone who is asking where are you, babe? Who are you with, babe? How am I supposed to protect you? You're not dating. You've gone out with your friend. Why? No, your friend are only your friends because they want to smash. Listen, has your guy friend ever called you? I don't care about. In fact, if your girlfriends want to smash, well, okay.
But if I've told you I'm going with, of course, there's a point we've ever hanged out with my friends, and you know, babe,
if
this is
Ashley,
this is Nani, this is John, but you know our group. You probably possibly would know John boyfriend. Yeah,
My point is this. My point is this. Ultimately, I don't care about your female friends. I don't. They can join on watch. It's perfectly okay. The problem are your male friends. If you say you have a male friend, your male best friend, he has never called you in the middle of the night to tell you, hey, mazee, I'm stranded. Ama, hey, mazee, kuna noma imetokea, cheki, tokea, napigwa hapa, naona dalili napigwa, come through. If he has never done that, if he has never called you and told you, niaje, ndugu, ninahama kesho, kama unisaidie kubeba vitu, are you friends? Friendship is not one-sided. Friendship is not him coming and saying, you look slay. Friendship is not him coming and saying, niaje, ndanunua pombe. No. Ananunua pombe ulewe achipo.
But if someone comes and says it's a guy, you obviously know
I cannot protect you if I have no authority over you.
For the first time, Chim, let me tell you something. There's something I was shown Juicy by my friend. He's a guy, and he said it was by this comedian. I'm trying to forget his standard, Chris Rock. The one thing he said, and I agreed, and I didn't agree, but I was like, oh my God, this could actually be true. All your male friends want to fuck.
Yes.
All of them want to do that.
High five.
Until they get the opportunity.
So the first time you ever
waiting.
So me, I'm supposed to be waiting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've gone out with Nungu. Your best friend Nungu.
And you've never met them before, right?
But
That's why I know. That's why I know.
That's a group. It's not just
the whole group anadaigugula.
Ile siku tu atapata opportunity like this.
Yeah.
It's a rap.
Is it ndongo or ndong?
Ndong. Wait. Not ndong.
Nungu anadaigupea ndong. Moja ya ajabu. Hey, no, but true story. Listen, understand something. Men and women will never be friends. You know why they will never be friends? Because ultimately, the guy who is your friend hollered at you, you didn't perceive it, or you perceived it and chose to shut it down. So now he's in the back burner waiting. Those are the guys who tell you, ulikosana na Chim.
Come.
Ara Chim anakungasia. Oh, Chim. Fuck it. Chim, watana na Chim. Leave him. That time, he doesn't even know ni wendo may cause drama kwa nyumba. Me, I've told you, listen babe, where you're going, you can't wear tights. You can't. Where you're going downtown. Utadarwadaro ukuja ukilialia kwa nyumba. Imagine man, you knew where you are going. Even me mwenyewe nikienda huko, ninadunganikana na mishoni mzee.
Mishoni ni wapi?
Downtown.
Going for mission, Lily.
Oh.
A mission to get
Women usually
now you've gotten it.
Listen, I'll tell you guys something. I have a wife. Yeah? My wife must ask me, babe, what should I wear?
Lies, you are
lying. I wanted to wear this.
Every day.
Nyamaza, kila asubuhi
Every day.
You're lying.
My wife asked me, what do you babe, these are my options. What do you think I should wear? In fact, I have power of veto. I usually tell my wife, Cheki, where we are going, you can't dress like this.
That's fine. That's fine, but she will not wake up every morning to tell you buy Nini.
If we are leaving the house, my wife understands.
You and her, you're going somewhere.
My wife understands she's a representation of me.
Actually, they've asked you a very good question, and I think you've not shared it. At home, pajamas, obviously, that's not been asked.
Yeah.
What do I care? Out of the house.
We live in our own compound. She walks naked.
So when you're going out of the house, that's a different story.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
In the house, no one. I never meant at in the house.
No, even
she can tell you. She walks around.
Even
just
maybe she's going for errands. You've already left for work. She calls you to ask you, babe, what am I?
Hold on. I think what you guys are doing is being pedant.
No,
you guys are arguing vijinga. Elevate the thought pattern. Akienda kwa duka haniulizangi yeye enda kwa duka na miniskirt. Tunaishi kwa shamba bwana. Sisi tunaishi Tigoni kwa shamba, ataenda kwa duka aje na miniskirt.
But what if you ndo anafeel anataka ku
wafula was
no, it's okay.
My job is to protect her. Even her, she has to exercise common sense. She must exercise common sense. But clearly common sense is not so common. My wife must exercise common sense because she knows at the end of the day, if someone touches her, I have to go to jail or I'll be buried. So why put me in that situation? My wife understands something. God himself. Where do we find valuable things? Gold is where? It's hidden where? Underground. Diamonds are hidden where? Underground. If you're with me, I think you're valuable. You want to fight with me because unataka kutembea uchi. Unatembea ukionyesha watu pum pum turn up. Enda ufanye ujinga kwa conscience. Hawezi fanya ujinga kwangu.
And even let's add one thing, Chin. In terms of
I have nothing to
point,
say.
you remember Swahili proverb of kizuri cha jiuza, kibaya cha
Kibaya.
Wacha nikuwe mbaya.
Hata si hivyo. If you're with me, you are under my protection. What does that
But
mean?
let me ask, there's no point you normally leave the house earlier than her.
And she's going to meet her
and
girl
she
for
has
lunch.
to go somewhere. Then she called you to tell you.
Nya mnanga bundles.
Kuna
You people
Wi-Fi.
video call and she's like,
Yeah,
this is
mnanga
what I'm
bundles.
wearing.
Maybe I can answer this one in a different way.
Hiyo wakati
Let me
sina.
Let me answer because the question is about my wife. Let me
Hata
answer.
wife ni
My wife understands she is the most valuable thing I own. I own. The most valuable thing I own. The one thing in this life I do not
tumesikia.
have
Okay,
the
next.
option
That's a
to
proud
walk away
husband.
from. I cannot walk
I hope
away
she's
from
proud
my
of you.
wife.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
listen.
proud one.
I cannot walk
Very
away
proud.
from. Listen, if a man puts a gun to my head and tells me get out of your car, ninaachana nayo. Give me your phone, ninaachana nayo. The man puts a gun to my head and tells me get out of your car, leave your wife in there. You're going to kill me. My wife understands the level of sacrifice because we have been in a situation where mimi nilitoa panga karibu nikate mtu. Actually, I swung nikahata. Ningeenda akamiti. Ni venye nilihata.
Yo.
She understands she is the most valuable possession I have. And you see the problem with modern women. Modern women think possession ni nini. You think possession is a point of abuse of power. It's not. It's me telling her, I value you entirely. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you're going to be the mother of my children. I value you.
But there's a subtle way to do it, not over possessive.
Yeah, don't. That's
Yeah,
there's some
just
over.
You want to teach men how to be men. And we have to be subtle. No. There is no man who's going to be subtle. There is a reason why in Maasai culture, when a man has claimed you, what does he do? A neck spear. Out. Is that subtle?
Yeah,
It's not subtle, it's very obvious. Everyone knows in our culture that that woman is spoken.
but it's not too much. Like it's not.
Hey, see,
Okay, wait.
I just hope
you pay my head.
As you sit here, Jim,
Listen.
I hope the way you're speaking about your wife, she sits down in a
Understand
group
something.
of people and speaks
She
like
does.
that.
In fact, not in
How
a group
sure
of
are you
people.
gonna? Sisi ni wanawake,
We have done
tunajua, bro.
this in a group of her
What I
family.
call you friend.
In a group
That's
of
my
her
friend.
family. In a group of her family. In a group of her family. My point is this. I think the problem with modern women is modern women lose the plot. Where you think being a modern woman means you are free to do stupidity without having to suffer the pain of consequence. The truth of the matter is we live in a third world country. Being in a third world country means I have to cover you. If I'm going to cover you to the point where I throw away my life, there are only 3 people in this world I'll throw my life away for. My 2 children, my wife. If
Not
I'm
even
going to
your
throw away
mother?
my life, not even?
Your mother.
She passed away.
Oh, damn.
And she should have had a man to cover her.
Damn, Chim.
It's the truth.
It's
But
the
in this
truth. It's not
generation,
my
you
son's
think-
job to protect his mother. It's
In
mine.
this generation, do you think your partner will cover you regardless of what happens?
Listen, I'm not responsible. I'm responsible for what I say, not your comprehension level. I am no. I don't mean that as a diss. What I mean to say is this: I am responsible for what I do.
Okay.
You cannot hold me accountable for what you do. The day that you turn and walk away from me because you're ashamed to tell your auntie, by the way, my husband has to say whether or not I'm allowed to go out. I leave you. Go and face the world. And guess what? Women would be lucky to have men to cover them like I do my wife.
No, that one is
Okay,
a
So
lot.
let's go to now Lily.
Hiyo yake
Give
inakaa.
me red flags in a relationship.
I mean, other than what she said, even me, I'm part of communication. It's very important for me. But the one red flag I have is if you have female friends. Me, I don't want, by the way.
Agreed.
I don't have female friends. You can have female colleagues, period. mnakaa chini mnafanya kazi mnaenda kwa nyumba. History ya I'm going out with June and tunaenda kuchapa. She has a problem with I don't give her, I don't care, she can talk to her mother.
She spends time with, not how she leaves the house dressed.
Dressing, but dressing me, I don't think that thing is a problem unless you know where you're going. Like for real, there's a sense of, you know, the common sense. I know that thing is real for like, where am I laughing? For like, you can't, there's a place, you know, like ukijo unaenda uko, say where? Downtown, you can't dress a certain way. You make sure even you have your common sense. So I don't expect a man to come and tell me don't wear, as in don't tell me what to do. Pia mimi ni mtu mzima najielewa. So I feel like whatever you're trying to do is a good thing, but you're overdoing it. It's fine. It's my feeling, and I pray that my man will understand my feelings when I do get that man.
Is weak because he has to throw his life away to protect.
No, I am also ndo nakwambia mimi najielewa. If I'm going somewhere and I know I'm going out with a bunch of men, why would I dress in a way?
Responsibility without authority is slavery.
That's fine, but also me, I have my own akili. Anyway, my red flag is that one. Communication is a very big factor for me. The other thing is I need to know who your family people are. If your father or your mother are people who are trash, like I can sit down in a restaurant and I can tell. For me, small things like how you address the waiter, if you're going to tell, you know, ukiingia kwa park, niaje soja uko poa, those things, and your parents are not that type of person, you're equally trash because the people who have raised you. So me najua tu, family, yuck. I look at such things. I look also at your friends. If your friends were always going out and your friends always have different women, bro, the same thing. Those are the red flags me I look at.
Let me give out mine quickly, then we go to the next
red
topic.
Flags for a babe,
Yeah, for a babe, obviously. Number one, a feminist. That's a red flag. Number two, crazy colored hair. The red, blue, very weird colors on the head. Number three, tattoos.
Really?
Yes, and I'm talking about crazy tattoos on the body.
Even just one tattoo on a woman is a red flag.
Like even if maybe if like my mom died and I put the name, her death.
And a chora t-shirt. Unachora kwa
T-shirt bwana, hiyo kitu sitatembea nayo daily.
I don't for the here. I'm a bit more whatever about it. The date and all that. That I'm leaving.
What if like now what's his name? Prezo has put the mother's face here.
No, men and women tattoos are very big.
For me. No,
I'm very serious. And that's what I'm saying. For me now as a man, I'm looking at the women. Tattoos and frivolous tattoos everywhere. That's a big issue.
Even one tattoo.
Fourth one, and even
it's all as women, not yours.
Fourth one is girls night outs. Those ones are not doing anymore. If you're in my relationship.
Imagine they have a problem with that.
Yes, that's one of the biggest problems we have. And girls night out, additionally, the friends.
Call those girls to our living room. They dance in the sitting room.
Kama ni wakuvunja vitu.
Tutatoa furniture.
Kwa nyumba utatubaia na tutapop champagne.
Tutatoa furniture.
Tutapop champagne. Utaletea dorime.
Even cheaper.
Utaletea dorime kwa nyumba. Utaletea au wase walibebe hivi. Na waimbe na nataka music tucheze dorime.
In fact, I'll bring all the gym bros. Shirtless, oiled up.
Say less. I'm not going out again.
Nakaa kwa nyumba.
Another one is you said opposite gender friends. That's a big problem. It should not happen. And the last one that people not normally look at is if you are dating and you can't even spend a shilling on me. That's a very big problem.
That's really a problem.
It's a very big problem. It shows you're not trying to die.
Because I'm not spending on you.
I've not said you're not. I've said you can't even spend on me when you are dating. Even a shilling. That's
the value you're putting on ride or die is all labana.
Very important. You must spend on me. But me, I don't have to bring it up because babe spend on me.
I get what I'm saying. I'm not saying
him too.
You know a chick actually cares about you if she actually puts her money into you. That's a very big thing. Most women don't.
Okay, that's a bit
most chicks, think about the chicks who you know are slay queens don't want to spend on their sponsor. They will never spend on their sponsor.
Because he has a lot of money. What value can I add to that sponsor?
See, that's why that's a sponsor.
That's my point. Your mindset is you're not in this relationship for the long term.
Yeah, you're not in it to win it.
You're in it to abuse that guy in terms of financially, then you bounce.
But that's a sponsor.
That's
you're talking about
your
your
boyfriend.
I get you.
So your mindset is not you're not there for the rest of your life.
Okay, I get you.
How come you was not asked what I consider red flags?
Because you have so many.
Yes. Actually, if you're gonna say them quickly, Chim would do this.
You're the red flag.
Very quickly.
Count yourself as a red flag.
Very, very quickly. If she does not serve me on her knees red flag.
Hey.
Now you're just doing this for content.
No.
Now you're just doing this for content.
Jit, by the way, understand something.
Chief, please
exes
give me your
can-
girlfriend's number, your wife's
I'm telling
number.
you, all of my
Me, I
exes,
want to call her now.
Hey.
Check it.
all of my
What's it to make
exes
you
can
for the
attest
idiot?
to this. If you don't sub your knees, red flag.
If your Chim's
They are
ex,
Ugandans.
if your Chim's ex,
They're Kenyan.
please, I need you to comment.
Then
Chim's ex, I'm calling on to you.
Let me finish.
Over to your Chim's exes. Comment below.
Finish those red flags, please.
I only have 3.
Okay.
That was number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, if you do not massage my head as soon as I come home as I'm driving,
Allah.
red flag. Red flag. And number 3, if you talk back, red flag. Yo, what are we doing? Hata nigule na usonge.
No wonder tuwezi bana.
So, we are done with that one. The next one is, because we have talked about vetting, we'll go to what do you think that man in that relationship, the one we talked about, Amos, with the Bomet man, did wrong?
He did not start by having her serve him on her knees. That was the wrong thing.
Auntie Achina.
I think he was just wrong for leaving, honestly.
She left him.
She left him. What was he supposed to do? Are you serious? And he's like,
But me, I think there's just more to it compared to what
Okay,
we
from
just
what we
saw.
know, from what we know.
Yeah, there's
From
more
what
to
You're an
it.
African
I
woman,
wouldn't.
please.
No, I'm saying,
Yes,
actually,
I am, but
Chim,
I'm
Chim,
not
it's
going
actually
to- I'm not
from-
going
from-
to honor
no,
the
no, I'm
babe.
saying from what we
You're not
know.
going to honor the babe was cheating. The babe was
Maybe she
cheating.
wasn't. Maybe there was a reason
The babe
behind
was
it.
Makachies.
Actually, I'm not even saying that chick. I'm not even looked at the chick. I'm saying, what did Amos do wrong?
He'd have
He did
just
a
tried.
Makachies babe.
You know, he'd have maybe tried to just fight, talk it out. Ni watu wa huko, so ingekuwa
can't
Nairobi
force
it
someone
have
to
been
marry you.
different.
She had gone back to her ex. What are they talking about?
Let me tell
Aliwaona
you.
pamoja ama ilikuwa word
Baby
of mouth?
maliza kudinya urudi.
Ilikuwa word
Hey.
of mouth ama aliwaona pamoja?
The babe herself said the ex.
Nobody,
amerudi.
she's not the one who said Chin. Those are people who said. That's what I want you to understand. Ni
The
waswali
people
kama
in charge.
wakisema.
The people in charge.
No, it's just guys who came
Watu
up with
kanisa
that
kwanza
theory
wanakuanga na
and said,
maneno.
You know
But
what?
let me tell you
You know
what-
what?
Leave
I'll
that
give that
story.
one to you. I'll give that one to you.
what
You're one.
Amos did wrong. Let me tell you what Amos did wrong. Amos was not man enough, eh?
That's not good enough.
He was not man enough
How?
to understand what the problem is and to solve the problem. I'm repeating again and again. This babe did not just wake up and say, "Hey, nafikiria."
She did not go
No,
for the wedding. The wedding was
something
tomorrow.
must have happened.
Akadisappear leo.
Something must
agree.
have happened and he was the problem and he did not handle the problem. And so the chick said, kama we're not solving this problem, basi sisi hatutakuwa na harusi.
There's
Period.
no point where a woman can be a problem in a relationship.
I don't
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, she's.
I
always
think
perfect.
Will Smith did something wrong for Jada to do whatever she did. Anyway, also the other thing is for a man to come in public and speak and
Women
start
are
saying,
perfect.
Director, why haven't you cut this microphone? Just cut the microphone.
Listen.
Women are perfect.
no, they're not perfect, but they're
So-
not always the problem. The man is the problem. Another thing, let me tell you
Women
about
are the
Amos.
problem 2 times out of a million.
Let me tell you the reason as to why Amos is also he did something wrong is for a man to come in public and say, unajua msichana alikuja akanifanyia nene. That's not a man. Can you shut up? Sit down, talk to your boys. Stop coming in public.
This one is going to tell us what a man is.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm telling
Come on,
you.
you're just going to sit there and listen
I'm
to
telling
this.
you from what I see.
I'm
Let
so
me tell
shocked.
you,
You just speak at
Zola,
someone.
if you go
But she's
out
speaking,
there,
let her speak.
if you go out there and I'm seeing you going in public on Facebook and telling people, oh, you know, my wife did this and this and this and this, that's my job to do. As a woman, it is me to talk. If you are talking, bana, your masculinity is questionable. Something is wrong.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, so I think that's the thing. Who dem pia previously aliona Amos hana hiyo
Anaongea mingi.
hana utu. This is not a man.
Ana uzito. Angedinya her best friend aone uzito. Angedinya
Udem.
sister aone uzito.
Udem aliona umse atakuwa I'll be the man in this
Atashinda
relationship.
media, Ungedinya best
Alikachika
friend
kwa
aone
mimi ndo nitakuwa
uzito.
mwanaume hapa so akajitoa. So that's what I'm saying. Amos was not man enough. Period. Good night.
Achina, on to
Hey,
you.
we are listening
So-
to Poison tell us what
Wait.
a man is.
No, down to you.
And you're just okay.
Wait. We'll respond. Each person has their chance. Achina, even you.
Me, I think I'm just with her. You know, he'd have just tried to solve it out. Alafu tena stories zenu kanisa wanajua aje.
Umepeleka ujinga zako kwa choir boy, kwa altar boy.
Basi mkae tu hivyo
Wait.
separate.
You guys
Stories
are,
zingine
there's
you don't
something.
take it
I'll
to
have to do it
church.
again just for the facts to be seen. From what we know, she's the one who sent the text to the church,
Yes.
not him.
Yes.
She sent the text to the church, and said we cannot do it, then she said
Amen.
to him and told him, I have someone else.
Hallelujah.
Amos has not done anything.
Maze,
in
yeah,
her
ameamka.
whole thing.
In fact,
maybe
he
because
didn't
maybe
go for
see
he
it,
didn't go
uko
for ati stagnite. Sijui whatever they are called. Yeye liko kwa kitanda amelala akaamka asubuhi na
Kapigwa na
mapema.
butwa.
Maze. And then you want to tell us we are going to police what a man is. Ati
Basi
he was
hapo kwa
wrong.
kanisa basi both of them are wrong. Juu labda pia Amos
He did not
before
do anything.
approached the
Huyu
church.
wa-
Maybe
you
before
know,
approached
just
the
'cause it's
church.
not out in
Ndio
the
dem
public.
amke atume hiyo message kwa kanisa. Maybe they've just been using the church. Pia how they are wrong. Why is the church knowing your things?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me ask
Because
you.
she decided to involve them. Not
Yes,
him. She
but
But
So
listen,
what,
Tim,
eh?
this
Yes,
is
what
cognitive
it's
dissonance
wrong.
because you say you don't want a man to be overly controlling, then you don't want a woman to be autonomous. She did something autonomous.
Yo,
She made her own choice and sent.
Bro, ladies and gentlemen, now you're finding out why women deserve less. Give her less.
You want both at the
Give
same
her
time.
less.
You want a man to control you and you want a
She
man to
tells
control
you,
you.
she
You can't
tells
have
you
both.
pay for me rent, mlipie rent kwa slum ya Kibera ya 3K. They deserve less. If she can afford that 3K on her own, mdanganya alale chini ya mtaro on her own that night. Because surely what is this? This man loved and cared for this
How
woman.
do you know?
Four ng'ombes in
How
this
do you
economy.
know?
Amelipa
Plus,
unajua
other
ng'ombe moja
business.
na cost how
Ni
much?
mahari, you got paid, honey. You gotta do it.
I'm paying for pre-used pussy.
But even you pre-used.
What are your other exes?
Kwani
The
wewe
other
unakuta-
babes?
I am the
The other
conqueror,
babes,
the
were you first
champion.
one? The other babes,
The
were you
lion
first
is
one?
here.
Were you the first one through the your other
You know that
exes?
song?
Also, we need to
see
put
you.
in
It's
that.
about a man because ultimately at the end of the day, guys, you need to understand something. Even our grandfathers knew they were hunters. They conquered. They did not just conquer land and other animals. They conquered the women. The women had to be modest. They had to be modest. The reason why as a man I'm willing to throw away my life for my woman is because I know my woman is modest. You cannot wake up in the morning, send me an SMS at 3:30 a.m. after umerombosea huyu jamaa akakupeleka home akagonga. You wake up going to the toilet at 3:30 a.m. to text me and tell me, imagine we are not getting married. That
She
was
realized
shame.
her worth. Period.
Her worth was what kuromboswa na
Yeah,
kugongwa.
her worth was that guy and not Amos. Period.
And even that guy is not married.
Period.
Okay.
Hey.
Also, another thing I forgot
Say
to mention is we are basing this discussion on what we know, not what
Yeah,
is not
what
out there.
happened.
That's
And
something
the
happened.
thing is, there has to be. Wacha nikwambia, kunanga vitu. It's always like
Ni
this,
two
like
sides.
this. Yeah, it's always two sides.
Two sides.
Why is it that everything that is wrong is the woman? Who is this Amos?
I've
Who
not
is he?
said
Jesus
everything
can
that
never
is
be.
wrong.
So
Actually, that's what we said. What did Amos do?
everything. Amos is the problem, and that's why we don't have anything against
Listen,
him.
if you're going to get married, do not marry a modern woman. If you marry a modern woman, utaishi Kamiti.
So tuende
basi
ushago.
ende-
You end up in Kamiti. You
Guess what? You
You
can
do some
Basi
things.
ende-
You'll come to our
Ushago.
weddings and you will
Listen.
dance the conqueror, the champion, the
Listen.
lion.
Is here.
Zobu, zobu. In our weddings, honey.
And you do
And
the costumes and all.
Listen. You know when we dance, the emperor, the champion, the conqueror, the lion is. We're not looking at your husband. We're looking at your boyfriend. Because we know that's the one. Your husband is there just to pay mahari.
Love it, mwah, baby.
My point being this, guys, please, for the love of God, don't be an Amos. Do not be an Amos. If, and I said this when we had our own conversation as men, how you get her is how you lose her. Amos reportedly got her when the ex was broke. Sindio? He should have known to keep her on a very strict diet of hard beer and nothing more. Unagonga hii kitu Monday
Sasa
to
atoke
Friday
kwa
for
shida,
breakfast,
kwa
lunch.
shida na baki.
Shida gani? Si ako na nyumba, anaishi kwangu.
Akimweka hivi,
Tena
bado ni kama
chakula.
tu ex.
Nina
Ex
gonga
part two.
Monday breakfast, Monday lunch, Monday dinner. Ati babe, I need money. Wewe mjinga nini? Shika 20 bob na nyoa kichwa safi
Atarudi
kama
kwa
nini.
ex. Atarudi tu kwa
One more
No wonder Amos aliachwa.
Actually, another thing,
Aliachwa because he tried to save her.
even let's take it further. Biggest problem with Amos, and we're going to our last point. Amos, I think women normally show I'll agree on something with you two ladies. Women actually cannot hide some of their bad behavior with men in terms of the things they
I
do.
didn't say anything like that.
No, I'm telling you as a man. Some of it is seen
Zola?
as, yes, it's seen as disrespect. Actually, the level of disrespect you have in a relationship, even in your dating, increases the more the woman is actually moving away from you. that should actually be a very good test for men, like even Amos. I'm sure she dropped some subtle hints that she was unsure about the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
I agree, true.
Silence on set. A man is not speaking. How you solve this problem as a man is speaking? How you solve this problem as Amos is very, very simple. Do not commit to one woman until you're truly ready to having one woman. You know what he should have done all along? He should have been dating her and her best friend and a couple other women from church.
What's that
Why?
chick's name?
Because then you introduce
Nelly.
competition anxiety. Nelly would have known to act right if she knew competition is facing me to my right, to my left. That is what you do as a man. And on that note, guys, subscribe, like, share.
You can't end like
We
that.
do not want this noise.
Let me tell you,
A man has
Nelly's-
just spoken.
Nelly's don't date one man, also date several.
True,
Until you
true.
find the one who will commit to you. Nelly, go.
Yeah,
If
Nelly
that-
tumiwa.
Go do it. Do
Tumiwa,
whatever.
na
Go
kukuja
date
namba
with
yako pia mimi
Nelly.
kutumia.
Nelly, another hand is like Nelly. Don't be like what Chim is telling other men to be. Kwani nini mnadhani nini? You think what price do you have that I don't have? I told you I have something that you need every
You
day
have
of
the
your
power
life.
to be used.
You need
You
have
have the power
something
to
you
be
need
used. As a
every
man-
day.
as a man, you're the
Zola,
user.
shh.
Chill.
Tell us bye.
Like I said, guys,
The woman
like,
is speaking.
like,
You go where you're happy.
subscribe, and share. Ultimately, you can listen to nonsense from single women who like to keep other women single. Or you can
No,
listen to
babe,
a
we all
man
need to be with
who
somebody.
knows what it means to be in a relationship. We can joke about, as a man, I use, they are used, which is fine until you find yourself. Once you found yourself, focus. I like what my brother said. Listen to what she does, what she says. Don't listen to what she says, watch what she does.
Yeah, let's watch what she does.
Once you've watched what she has done, get you 4 or 5 women and then single it out from there.
Nelly, get you 4 or 5 men.
And you know, listen, even you 4 or 5 men?
I'm with her.
Yeah.
True.
Let's all date. Let's all go in the jungle.
Avoid these modern women.
Avoid these people.
They move, we move.
Yeah, faster.
Watu wa kugongwa. Anyway, see, it's
We're done. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Watu wa kugongwa, mazee, watu wa kugongwa. Listen, Nelly messed this guy up. I don't know.
Actually, no.